to, Monday, September 22nd, 2025, 7 P.M. at the Thompson Town Hall in the Merrill State Room, 815 Riverside Drive, and on Zoom. The regular meeting will be called and under call to order and pledge our allegiance. So we call the meeting to order again, like I said, at 7 o'clock. Pledge allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Whoops. All right. The part of that will be the chairman's statement on the citizen comments. State your name and address. 3 minutes speaking time unless otherwise directed by the chair. Please address the comments to the chair in a civil and respectful manner. And by that I mean is if you're going to be speaking as a applicant or under citizen comments, greatly appreciated if you walk within 3-4 feet of this table here, so the microphone will pick you up better. That understood?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, we go to number 3. Number 2, public hearing.
Roll
Oh,
call,
I'm
roll
sorry,
call
roll
first.
call. I'm getting ahead of myself again. I'm gonna
And
get
Kai's
this
did
meeting
just
over.
come in.
She did?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And now, yeah.
What's that? Oh, Alvin, thank you for showing up. I greatly appreciate it. Joseph, Brody Brown isn't in tonight as well as my crew. All right. We'll do the roll call. Start with you, Mr. Santos.
Ryan Santos here.
Randy Blackmer.
Ryan Canoyer.
Alvin Hill. Russell Ron.
Jane Salzay,
Ray Williams.
John B. Linky and Ms. Orr.
Hi, Zora Levesque is here.
Okay, thank you. Kaiser Levesque, you will be sitting in for Mike Kruger.
You got it.
You? We got a good crowd tonight. I like this already. All right, on to number 2, public hearing, open for public hearing, P and Z 25-19. Applicant Thomas Gilbart, I hope I said that correctly. Property owner of 32 email drives, map 118, lot 22, zone RRAD, 13.35 acres, applying for a special permit to conduct event venues and concerts in the barn structure located on the property according to the Article 7-275-7.2, number 19. Do I hear a motion? Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know.
I wasn't looking at it.
What I'm passing out has to do with the public hearing information. Got it? Everybody got it? Okay.
So, Mr. Chair, would you like to hear from the applicant then?
Yes, I was just gonna get that to that. Can I have a minute to read this quickly? Thank you. Is the applicant here tonight? Sir, you're welcome to stand right up here and say your piece.
Okay. My name is Thomas Gilbo of 32 Eagle Drive.
You need a copy of this, Tom?
okay, good.
Okay.
I come before you to ask for a special was it special
Permit.
permit, yes. To basically do weddings, and I'm glad this came up. The concert part of this is a whimsical way of saying a cookout. I've been doing that for years. I've had friends, family, that they all come, I have a band, a live band, and it got to the point where, these bands are expensive. So I would basically print out tickets and call ourselves the Drunken Saloon, the barn itself. I actually had a sign made that says that. But it was a whimsical way of calling a cookout a concert. What I didn't realize is, as I printed these tickets and I started to hire beer hands from Putnam, Connecticut. I wanted them, because they have the liquor license, I wanted the liability and everything to be on them. So it got bigger and bigger. But people, I guess, thought, oh, this is a concert venue. I don't actually want to be in concert venue. I want to continue to have my cookouts. I would like to do that. And I would like to continue to have bands. I invite friends, family, but I do print tickets to recoup some of the money that goes towards the band. I actually lose out every year. So if that's the business model, I'm a very bad business person. Because I'm not making money on these cookouts concerts. But the aspect of Towering Pines Farm, which is the other side of my sign, which would be for weddings. My first wedding that I had was actually for my sister. And then from there, I had a coworker, then I had another coworker, and then people started saying, hey, this place is beautiful, we'd love to, and I just kept continuing to do it. So here I am, basically saying, throwing myself at you and saying, may I please do this in the town of Thompson, that's all. I hope to not make anybody, I don't think I brought anybody that's mad. So I think everybody's pretty good. I've got neighbors that are through the woods, that are meet my boundaries, right, it's within 200 feet. I guess that's it. I would love to answer any questions.
This is the posse.
Some of them, some of them, it's a word. Yes,
Is this your property here?
yes, it is.
Oh, I was gonna say, while he's in here, he's asking for forgiveness. Go ahead, Commissioner Brian.
I just worry about, emergency services, like, fire, people coming in, God forbid, fire, assets and stuff like that. It's like 120 feet, I guess it's a lot, seems like a lot of cars for this particular piece of land.
So, let me also say to myself, to you all, I'm a fireman, full-time fireman.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
I always think about these things. Access.
Yeah.
Keeping, the emergency crews and anybody can come in. I do have off-street parking, but I try to put everybody in there. I can put them on my lawn if I really had to. As you can probably read, I always take safety first. I put fire extinguishers in every single corner. I have an AED that I bought myself, just in case, because I want to be the person that's ahead of the game, I've even been in, it's funny, the assistant chief of East Putnam reached out to me and wanted to get married, or is getting married. And she's like, hey, I would love to get married at your barn. I was like, well, let's talk, whatever. And she's like, would it be okay if I have the fire department come out and we could basically go through your property and see how we would attack an emergency? I said, absolutely, come on in. I can't see the driveway coming in. Number one, it's a roundabout. The driveway coming in, I put all the cars in that area off to the side. And even if someone were to park on the side, there's never, that access area is never blocked, ever. I don't even want someone parking on either side, because you need that full access way open for an engine, tanker, something like that. Sure. So, or a rescue. I mean, I would think rescue first, because most likely that'd be the first thing with that many people. It could be a medical emergency first, and not a fire-related emergency. I wouldn't think, I would hope, you know.
John, I put a lot of time into that memo, a lot of time into this project, so I would like to, before you ask any more questions, or before people that speak in favor again,
Yeah,
I'd
she
sort of
may-
like to, for you to get, the memo out, and we'll follow through. And see what, I've done. The first thing I want to say, the proposed use of the site is exactly what he told me when we, went out there, on Friday. Actually got a call about the events being held there, and it was a great write-up. So as you know, for a special permit, you need Article 4, 275, A, B, and C. So we'll start with A. You know, I have my responses by everything. So number one, there does not apply because the property exists. I felt that this map right here, which there's notations on this map, was sufficient to explain exactly the areas of parking, where the house is. And then later on, included pictures of where the wedding venue they might have in the back sometimes. And a picture of the barn, picture of the house, etc. 2 is NA, scale, and number 3 is NA. And if you disagree with any of what I wrote out, please let me know. The lot size is 13.36 acres, so it's certainly, the acoustics, would be incredible. In the back of, that little, nice little, housing development. There's no new structures are proposed, topography for new structures, no new structures proposed. Proposed grading and drainage, the property exists already, nearest boundary lines, and setbacks, I think of the 100 in there and I put the 200 for the notices. Computation of buildings, etc., NA, names of, this is where the 100-foot boundary map is. The street address and all the other information is on the application. Utility poles, I felt that was NA because again, the whole thing is existing. And 13 and 14, horizontal and vertical is not necessary. Section B, zoning permit with site plan review by commission. All of the above that I just said. Again, number 1, NA, location of existing buildings, structures, loading areas, parking. You could see all the photos. It's in the photos there. Again, because it is, a existing piece of property with structure, etc., that would be number 3 is NA. Visible land features such as lead tree lines. All the photos I took of the property show all the greenery, the trees, etc. You know, nothing is specifically pointed out, but it's all developed. It's beautiful. Both building structures, though, there's see photos for the barn, house, handicap parking area, loading and parking space. There's 42 spaces, he said, and 3 required handicap spaces, which will be near the house, you know, parallel to the house. He has the area there for 3 parking, handicap parking spaces. The location of existing septic system as well. He is working with NDDH. That's the only approval that we don't have yet, is NDDH. And we have in the past, it's not required by statute for you to approve an application without NDDH's approval. We have always done the practice of saying no activity until NDDH approval is in the record. And that is a condition. And building structural plans to scale does not apply, landscape does not apply, plan does not apply. Number 11, there is a soil scientist report in the packet with wetlands approval in the packet. The road, drainage, etc., again, existing property, and A, roads and sediment, and A, stormwater, and A, location is known of any historical, archaeology, or environmentally significant areas. None, and he was in communication with the chairman of the Historical Society stating there was not any historical factors to that property. Exterior lighting plan is already there. I've never received any complaints of lighting shining into people's houses, neighbors' houses. 18 and A, there is no FEMA footprint. I didn't think 20 was necessary, and there was no civil engineer, so there's no name and address, et cetera, civil engineer. Letter C, special permit, commission review requiring a public hearing. All of the above, A and B, but C, number 1, again, and A. 2, existing buffers and fences, again, see the attached photos, that's what the land looks like out there, of those photos. Proposed buffers and fences, he hasn't proposed anything, and, so drawings of any proposed buildings, again, nothing. One sign would be placed on the entrance the day of the event, is that correct? Number 5 and A, number 6. At the discretion of the commission, any of the information in Article 5 of these regulations that you want to put onto the application. As he said, the applicant will not apply for liquor license because the alcohol server will have a legal off-site liquor license. I recommend that be entered into conditions. I recommend stating the hours of music playing entered into conditions. I recommend stating open and closed hours, which he did say in his report here. On an approval, no permit will be given until the approval from fire marshal is entered into the record. And the fire marshal has all the communication on everything that I have gone through with Tom on this application. Sign was posted in front of the property, signed photos and copies of certified letters and solicited letters within 200 feet are in the record. Anything else? Did I go too fast? Okay.
Any, Commissioner Ryan?
Health department, food, anything like that? Is there?
So we have, we'll have a caterer or anybody bringing food in, it's never gonna be cooked there or anything like that. I don't wanna deal with food licenses and anything like that, so it has to be brought in.
Again, we can put that in the conditions, Brian.
Yeah.
There he will be brought in and licensed by the supplier.
Commissioner Ray?
Porta potties, is it porta potties or is it?
So there is a bathroom in the barn, which I learned was never, a permit was never taken out for it, I guess.
Probably
Something like that.
he showed you that.
Right, that's, they said the permit was taken out for the barn, but not that. So I had said, okay, they said I have to fill out a D-100A, I believe, to come out, investigation, no perk test, all that. I already have a porta potty there all the time through Earthworks, just because I want to be bad at it.
Commissioner? Oh, your hand was up before.
Yeah, you
yes.
got it.
Go ahead, Commissioner Bryan.
So have we evaluated, like we've approved wedding venues and that. But to me, I just want to make sure that we're holding the same rigor for you as we are with others. And we approve.
Thank you.
Brian, I didn't hear what you said.
I just want to make sure that we're holding the same rigor for these type of venues. We've approved these before. The Hill we approved recently. West Thompson Dam, there was another venue that we approved. Want to make sure that we're holding the same like hours of operation. Just all of those criteria. It's not big on special for special people. It just throws things off, right? So I know that's not coming up tonight, but we should evaluate. I trust you to do that.
Right, and I did look at the other applications to see what was required. And surprisingly, one of our applications that we recently gave in the last couple of years did not have a limit on music, did not have a condition. And we just got a complaint,
Sure.
recently on it. And, but the last one we did, on Thompson Road and, I know West Thompson Road, we put conditions on those. So, and they're
I
pretty
want to
much,
make sure we're kind of following the same,
yes.
you know.
Yeah, the
spec.
only thing I left out is what, Ray brought up was the porta potty.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, before,
You know, he's from health is going to take care of that anyway.
just before anybody else goes on, we have several comments from the Zoom room about volume. So please use your outdoor voices, even though it's usually rude to use your outdoor voices indoors.
Um, I just wanted to say that,
Go ahead.
yeah, sure. I think I think you did a great job presenting, and Cindy presented all the relevant information. I think this project fits in well with Thompson. I do appreciate your fire shirt and your thoughtfulness on that. Hopefully we can get an invite to this. It sounds like a good time. And with your fire background, I would say I have, a lot of confidence that that this is a good idea and something good for the town. I kind of think the name is very clever too. It's very fun. But the NDDH thing, that's something that obviously needs to be approved. So I think the only real conditions that I heard were NDDH, the alcohol and fire, which you certainly seem to have more than covered, including the bathroom. Otherwise, it seems like seems like you've done all your work, and I commend you for your effort on that.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Go
I
ahead.
think, and as a person who's held this job here for 7 years and many years in zoning, I will say, and most everybody is excellent to work with, and Tom certainly is in that category. Cooperation, response, not realizing that this was something that needed to be done, and after we explained to him why he was right on board with getting us everything we needed.
So, Ms. Dunn, so everything that's been discussed here and everything and what you were seeing, you are okay even with the width of everything, for the fire apparatuses and everything?
Well, that's gonna be up to the fire department.
Excuse me?
That's gonna be up to the fire department.
Okay.
There certainly is a large circle around. They don't have to back up their trucks or anything.
When they're racing, several miles away, and I have no problem with that. I've lived in town for 50 years, close to 50 years. And been to his venue once or twice, and I gotta say, he's a class act. He does everything right. He always looks to make sure that everybody's accommodated. And as a fireman, obviously, tries to be ahead of the game as far as everything goes. I am in full support of anything that he has to do. Thank you.
Anybody else? Go ahead, sir, young man.
No, thank you. My name's Paul Wright.
Anybody under 60 years old is young.
Still got a few more years. My name is Paul Wright. I live on 36 Emile Drive. I am Tom's direct neighbor. Been there for going on 5 years now. Been there through several of the events. Never had a single complaint about anything, noise, anything really with it. Half the time, we don't even know there's an event going on until we see some cars coming out there, so. As Dan has pointed out, we usually hear more from the Speedway than we do from any of Tom's events, so we're all in full support of it. It's a great thing for the neighborhood as well. When he does the cookouts, he invites all the neighbors. We've got a few times, great time. We have young kids too, so I can promise you, my wife would be here kicking doors down if there was an issue with noise. But yeah, other than that, just been full support. Tom, he does things the right way. He's a great guy. Always willing to lend a hand if need be, so that's what we're here for too.
Oh, by the way, you need to state your name.
He did.
and
He did.
I didn't, I'll say it. Paul Wright, 36 Emile Drive, Thompson.
Thank you. I didn't catch it. Sorry.
Turn the hearing aid up. John.
Oh, sorry.
There's some chairs in back
Some
there.
chairs back there. Yes. Oh,
Okay, you said you had a couple people, Ms. Tara, you said you had.
The comments online were just that people need to speak up.
Okay. I think we gotta get a bigger mic.
John.
Yes, go ahead, man. You need to come over here, state your name and address, please.
I'm Lynn Griffiths of 1051 Thompson Road.
Yep,
Our properties connect through the woods. It is ridiculously loud. When I'm in my backyard, it's all I can hear. And it goes very late and it is very loud. I don't know if it's the acoustics of the hill and the way it carries, but it feels like he is in my yard. And it
Okay.
feels like he is taking my ability to enjoy my property away from me by the noise that's coming out.
thank you very much. Anybody else? Sir,
Name's Joseph Janesic. I live on 51 Porter Plain Road. My property abuts this. I hear nothing at all. Like everybody says, the speedway is worse. I hear nothing at all. And as far as the fire department, they can use my property to get to his property. I got a path through the woods so I can get to his house. If anybody needs it, I have a pond for water. So anything with the fire department, they can use my property to get to his house. But like I say, I hear nothing. I'm a couple hundred feet from his building. I hear nothing at all. Speedway's worse. Thank you.
thank you. Anybody else? Anything else to say, Mr. Santos?
Motion to close the public hearing.
I'll
Motion,
second.
can I finish saying what I gotta say? Motion was made by Commissioner Ryan, close the public hearing. Now you may.
I will second that.
Thank you, Commissioner Jane. So motion's been seconded by Commissioner Jane. Any discussion on that? Hearing none, we'll take it to a vote.
Need
Stop.
conditions in the vote.
Huh?
Need conditions in the.
Oh,
No, we haven't approved.
We have,
We have-
we have,
okay.
yeah, we have to do the closing
I'm
first.
ahead of myself.
That's okay. I'm way ahead, obviously.
thanks, second wife. That's a joke. Trust me. Sal, were you ready?
Yeah, Ray Williams, yes.
Closing the public hearing, correct? Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Hill? Mr. Canoia?
yes.
Mr.
Yes.
Blackman?
Ryan Santos, yes.
Guys off?
Yes.
And John B. Lanky, yes. Unanimous. All right, next. Before we go, after we do the discussion of the public hearing and possible action is none. So we're gonna still
That's just a typo in the agenda. You're a discussion of public hearing and possible action.
The word none should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was unable.
Okay, so is there a motion to discuss the public hearing and possible action?
Well, you can.
You're just in
discuss the
discussion.
Public hearing without a motion, because that's your job, but you can't bring up anything new in that discussion. Then when the discussion is finalized, someone can make a motion with conditions.
I'm ready to move this thing.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
So,
I'm with you, Brian.
A motion to approve PZC application 2519 quality conditions. NVDH approval. Off-site liquor license. Off-site catering. I missed the whole thing on fire departments. Someone's got to help me with that. Was it just the review of the circle?
Approval.
Fire
Fire
marshal
department approval, very simple.
Fire marshal approval.
Fire marshal.
Fire marshal
Marshal.
approval. Kevin's all, he's back there, I get to say. And then I'm gonna put on here that Cindy review other properties with the same venue approval to level them, if that makes sense, right? Is that okay with everyone? I don't know how else to say that.
When you say leveling, Brian, you're talking about hours of operation primarily
Yeah.
and music?
Correct, and I will let Cindy make that final.
What was that again, Miss Sarah?
When he's talking about leveling, he's making it consistent with other similar applications in terms of hours of operation and hours when music can be allowed.
Correct. And I'll let Cindy make the final judgment on what that is. So, because we don't have it in front of us. I can't remember what it is.
I think it was Levitt on the last one.
I don't want to think, I just want to review.
Yeah, well, she's got the records.
Correct,
Well,
but she can work with Tom on what that is.
okay,
That's it.
One thing to note, though, there's a difference between the wedding venues that we approved and a concert. Those are two different things. So if he's
Well-
gonna do concerts, then it wouldn't be the exact same use. It would be,
if I may.
Yeah.
From reading this, you also wanted, it seems like you still want to do like a wedding venue in there too?
Wedding venue slash cookout with the concert.
Wedding venue is number one.
Yeah.
The concerts that are. I have 1 to 2 a year. Those are, I was classified as cookouts. Because it was
Okay.
friends, families, so I don't want to be Indian Ranch. I don't want to be like that. I want it to be smaller and more personal than a concert venue. I always classified it as a cookout, but then I kind of took it to the next step and made it look more official by like printing a ticket, and I would give it to my friends. Everybody here has gotten tickets, and they've never paid for it, so.
Mr. Chairman, I have a question about it. When you're talking about your concerts, are these invitation only or are they open to the public?
Invitation only.
So it's not actually a part of your business at all. The
No.
business is only the wedding venue.
Right, that's why I don't want people to think because I have a ticket that says admission. A certain price, $20. I don't want, that's the only way I want people to be there. You have to have one of these, so you can come in. My mother is here today,
So-
and she actually is my ticket collector at the door. You don't get in without a bouncer.
So-
No bouncer.
So I would suggest for the commission's consideration,
Hang on.
No, I have to think what she's saying, because he's serving liquor, they're paying for the liquor, it is a business.
Yeah,
they are paying for the liquor when they go there. It's not open bar that you're catering in.
So they have to pay for their own alcohol. That's the way we control. They have full control of who's there, what, getting what.
Okay.
Correct, who's getting served, because I don't want the problem of someone being overserved.
And they carry the insurance.
Right.
They
Go
carry
ahead.
the insurance, it is a business. Classified as a business, because we sell it. Even though it's a portable liquor license by the person, the company who's supplying the liquor.
what kind of business is it? An LLC, a sole prop, or a corporation?
Is to file a trade certificate with the Go LLC.
The point is, you don't have to have, that's what I'm saying. That's where I'm going. In my opinion.
What'd you say? I can.
That's- I don't think that he needs one unless he classifies it as a business.
For the
which is
concert.
LLC, a sole prop, a corporation, an S corp. I could read through the list. If it's not under one of those categories, it's not a business.
Are you making profit from the liquor? No. All right.
And you can only have losses for so many years, and then what would happen after that? That's called accounting.
But the wedding venue is the business,
That's correct.
the wedding
Yeah.
venue.
That's why I
Yeah.
suggested
That's
separating.
the
two.
only thing you
Wedding
guys
is
need
the
to be
business, the
approving.
other is
Just
not.
what I was trying to say is that the wedding venue is one entity, and then, right. See, when you're saying it, it's together, it sounds together for me.
I think it was together because it was, I don't know, was it more to cover Cover all the
Event
bases.
venues and concerts in the barn structure, that's the way it reads, and so that is a business, event venues. I did not specifically say wedding venue, nobody objected to that, and that's what it is. It is a business, and by putting in thought that the cookouts are not a business, you are making confusing the issue and you're making it bigger than what it is.
Yes,
This
thank
is
you.
very simple, event venues. So if somebody wants to have a big birthday party, that's an event venue. And he wants to supply the location, et cetera, that's a venue. Keep it as a business and knowing that people are paying for their living.
Go ahead. Yes, you may speak.
I agree with
I
what
know
you
it
said,
is.
Cindy. It's being made too convoluted. It's simple. Thoughts on your tickets, admission, put down guest instead of admission. It still gives you the same thing, but it's getting too big and it doesn't have to be too big. So I agree with what Cindy said.
After my last cookout, actually before my last cookout, I actually changed the wording on the ticket because I
Yes,
was told that, oh, admission, you're.
yes,
you're
exactly.
Money. So it actually said $20 goes directly to the bank.
Yeah, you can just
So,
put guests,
because-
$20 to get through the
Right,
door.
and then I take out of my pocket and pay
Yeah.
the rest.
Yes, yeah. So it's simple as far as the rest of the stuff. The fire chief, has he been out there yet?
No, but I'm in contact with the office. The woman in the office has called me back and I guess it's just a schedule.
Scheduling thing, okay. And everything else, so sounds good.
Mr. Santos,
Well, go let Ray.
go ahead, Rick.
On the ticket, you might be better off to put donation on there.
Mm.
That, that's what all the clubs put, that, instead of putting,
Can I legally put donation without, because
well, the donation to the band, I would say, so.
okay, because before I was always told that if a donation was, brought up, it would have to be where it was going, as in the fund or
The organization.
The organization,
And then generally, like the state police have to overlook a donation of where it goes. I just want to make sure I worded it right. If the donation would be fine, then I would do that. Or,
I would check your 501c regular statute before you do that, particularly.
yeah.
that's why,
We don't need to make it more,
right, that's why I said $20 goes directly to the band, because I figured that money is going right to them, and it doesn't go anywhere else. There's no other organization. It goes directly to those 5, 3 people who are attending. So I tried to fix it, I thought, I just didn't realize if you could actually use the word donation.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, you definitely have to check. I know that, sold a lot of tickets for a lot of the clubs. That's what it was all told to be able to.
It was donation on it.
Any more discussion, because Brian made the motion and Alvin Hill second.
Oh, Alvin second, thank you.
Yes, he did. I was
I did
gonna
not
get
hear
to it,
that.
but. Are there any other discussions among the commissioners here? What do you, what else do you need to say there, Ms.
Offsite, liquor and catering. Food, right?
yeah, that's what Brian put in, yeah.
Can I just double check,
Go ahead.
so, and you want me to determine the hours operation, the hours of use of the place, okay? And then we have fire marshal.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's the only other thing. Was it the fire marshal and?
Yeah,
and-
Fire marshal, offsite caterer,
Yeah.
offsite liquor, NDDH, and then evaluation.
Okay.
Move it. Ryan Santos, yes.
Randy Blackmer, yes.
Ryan Canori, yes.
Russell Robin, yes.
Jane Salsa, yes.
Ray Williams, yes.
Guy Zor,
Kaiser Levak, yes.
John B. Lanky, yes. You have it, sir.
well,
Yeah, thank you, John.
you'll be able to-
Before we,
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Before we get into citizen comments, I need to make agenda amendment before we go any further. And it has to do with, applications. You see, we already. Why does it say 25, 26? Okay, what's that? Yes, I know, thank you. Application received, PZ 2530, amend, discuss, and action should request for a 2-lot re-subdivision and accept for a public hearing. And the other one is on number 9,
Okay, wait a minute, John, you said PZ 2930.
2530,
2530.
correct.
We have 2930.
2530 is right here.
Oh, yeah, that's a
Second page.
typo. It should be 2530.
So 2530.
Yeah, I got 2530 on mine over here. So you got 2529 and then 2530. That's
Yeah.
28 is on the front page. Go to the second page.
There we go.
Okay, all right. No problem. Got you. I got you. Secretary Treasurer. All right. And the other one is on the number 9 correspondence. There'll be 9C, except alternate Jason St. Ange resignation letter. Do I hear a motion on that?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Ryan, Commissioner Ryan, and seconded by Ray. Any discussion on that?
Who was the second?
Ray Williams. Any discussion on it? Hearing none, go to a vote. Start with you, Mr. Hill.
Ryan Canary, yes.
Randy Blackmer, yes.
Brian St. Louis, yeah.
Ray Williams, yes.
Jane Salsa, yes.
Russell Roth.
John B. Lanky, yes, and Kai Zor.
Hi, Zora Levesque, yes.
Unanimous. So now we'll go on to the next thing, number 4, citizen comments. It's open to any citizen in this room to speak up. Or do we have anybody in the Zoom room?
Valerie's
Here.
got her hand up in the Zoom room.
Valerie?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Ms.
sir.
Clark, you're on.
Valerie Clark, Elm Road. I have 2 items now. Originally, my first item was what I said at the Board of Selectmen meeting, the most recent one. I will say here, I don't know what the topic is going to be discussed in the end part of the agenda, but I will state what I stated at the Board of Selectmen meeting, that we should not be developing legislation against one person. And blight ordinance developed against one person is not right. I've said it before when this has come up, and I'm saying it in this forum as well. I do not support legislating against one person. Thank you. And then the other one is this whole hearing just now has me completely confused, and I would like someone from the town to contact me, please, to discuss why someone who has a party with their friends has to apply for a permit. So I'm just completely confused, and if they're contributing toward a musician, or they're contributing toward having liquor provided, I don't understand it. So I'm sorry, I'm glad you approved it, but thank you.
Would you like to comment on that? Nope. Anybody else? No? Okay, we'll move on to the next thing. Anybody else in that Zoom that's got their hand up there, Ms. Tara?
No, sir.
Okay. Move on to the next item, number 5. Approved minutes of. Where is it? I just had it in front of the August meeting. Isn't even complete. Thank you. Has anybody got any comments? Cause,
A motion to approve.
Second.
Brian and Randy. Yeah. Brian Santos makes a motion to approve the minutes of August 25th, 2025. Randy Blacksmer seconds it. Any discussion on it? Any amendment, whatever it needs to be done? Hearing none. We go on to vote. Mr. Williams, you start.
Greg Williams, yes.
Jane Salsi, yes.
Ryan Canori, yes.
Randy Blackmer, yes.
Brian Santos, yes.
John B. Linky, yes. Kaiser Levesque,
Kaiser Levesque, yes.
thank you. Now that's on to the next one. Item 6, agenda 6. Application received. P&Z 25-28. Applicant Tomasi Joysmar Pasta, property owner of 687 Riverside Drive, map 63, block 58, lot 18.291 acres, zone DMRD, request to construct 3 apartments on 3rd floor of unit according to zoning regulations, Article 12, 275, 12.2, number 21. Is there a motion on the floor?
Is this a discussion action? What is this?
Application
Application.
received.
I still didn't hear what you said.
I didn't know if it was discussing action. It doesn't say.
Oh, probably, yeah, there's reasons why those things are missing from the agenda.
Okay, very
But yes, it's discussion and action.
I'll write that in.
Yeah. Yes. May I open it, Chairman?
Yes, go ahead, Ms. Dunn.
Okay, again, while it's not as detailed, as a special exception, the compliance with the appropriate zoning regulations is still that comply with Article 4, 275-4.4. I've written out everything that was NA or everything that applied to this application. I gave you the floor plan of the 3rd floor. All the work is being done on the existing structure. There's no structure outside of it. There's driveways there, there's parking there. It's an existing structure, it's always been an existing building. Maybe later on down the road, he is thinking that he might put lights in and there would be downcast lighting. You can have photos. Landscaping, again, the photos show the existing landscaping. So the layout plan, the wetland water course, not obstructing anything on the wetland water course. The FEMA map is attached, and again, I attached the photos. And the applicant knows the fire marshal has to approve plans for the 3rd floor, so that would be a condition of the permit. What you look like you have a question? That's it, yes.
This up here? Looks like it's 2-story.
No, it's 3 stories.
My translator, my.
3rd story is up there.
The daughter will interpret, Brian, the daughter will interpret what you ask.
Hello, olá a todos.
Good morning, hello, all of you.
Name and address, please.
Okay. My name is Josemar Pazza Tomasi, 687 Riverside Drive. É grande prazer para mim estar aqui com vocês.
It's a big pleasure for me to be here with all of you tonight.
É a primeira vez que é a primeira casa que eu compro nos Estados Unidos.
This is my first house that I bought here in the United States.
Eu amo os Estados Unidos
I love USA so much,
e eu adoro essa cidade.
and I love this city.
Eu venho do sul do Brasil.
I come from South Brazil.
É uma cidade muito igual aqui, muito próxima dessa aqui.
It's a very, it seemed really like here, this town,
a minha história, ela parece muito com aqui. A minha cidade no Brasil, ela também começou com uma fábrica de algodão.
My town in Brazil also started with a cotton fabric.
É, e ele perguntou se era uma história ali em cima, né?
Eu não entendi direito.
Please, your question, repeat your question, please.
I just wanted to make sure it was the third floor.
Yes,
Yeah, okay. Great.
eu
That was,
pesquisar. Só ele queria saber
Ah,
se
okay,
yep.
okay. Thank you.
Go ahead.
And by the pictures that you took, Cindy, you've already done a lot of this work. A lot of it is because it looks really good compared to what you walked into.
Thank
That's a
you.
lot of, yes,
Thank you. Many work.
yeah,
Thank you.
very good, okay.
My-
So, yeah, so you're just waiting for the fire marshal
Yeah.
for the third floor, okay, anything else that needs to, I didn't see anything else,
No, I
okay.
know, you know, and of course, obviously, building.
Yes, and the
So,
building inspector. of
But
course.
yeah, that's separate, but fire marshal, I would, again, for the condition, that the fire marshal has to approve, and again, the fire marshal has received information from me that this application came before, is coming before you guys tonight.
It looks great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Rick.
This seems like this was already a previous 3 apartments up there.
Ele disse que aparecia que tinha mais apartamentos lá em cima, aparecia que tinha 3 apartamentos lá em cima.
Não, isso before, antes tinha 4 quartos lá em cima grandes.
Before there was 4 big rooms upstairs.
Okay.
Agora é só uma.
But now it's just one apartment.
You have to read the top of the picture, so.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think the only picture we have is the first picture. That's what we're dealing with. I just wanted to show you what improvements they made to the inside of the floors.
So basically
With-
just waiting on those 2 things, the fire marshal and building inspector. But
My question to you, Ms. Dunn, is, if he makes that into an apartment, shouldn't there be a egress up there? Like,
That's up to the fire marshal. the fire-
okay. All right, I just thought I'd ask that question,
Yeah.
because you know how that,
Oh, yes, yes.
yeah, I understand. but Nelson, go ahead, Mr. Santos.
Make a motion to approve PZC 2528. Pending an approval of fire marshal and the building department. I don't even know if I need to add them, but
I'll second that.
Motion made by Brian to approve, and
Jane, second.
Jane second. Any discussion on that? Hearing none. Start with you, Mr. Santos.
Santos, yes.
Randy Blackmer, yes.
Ryan Canori, yes.
Russell Rock.
Jane Salty, yes.
Ray Williams.
John B. Lanky, yes. And Kaiser Levesque,
Kaiser Levesque, yes.
thank you. Unanimous. All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Appreciate it.
Stay welcome and good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. We like it when somebody takes an old house and wants to
Oh,
rehab.
yeah,
Absolutely.
looks really nice. Got the water working.
All right. Now we're on to our P and Z application 2529, applicant John Gumpert, property owner of 929 Riverside Drive, map 167, block 60, lot 7, zone BMRD, 9.44 acres. Request to construct multi-use development, primary use, multi-housing units and secondary use commercial units. According to zoning regulations, residential mixed use, Article 12, 275-12.1 ABC, 275-12.2 Table of Uses, number 21, multi-housing, 8, 9, 13, 15, 16, 18, 23, 27, commercial use. I think I'm gonna go play those numbers tonight.
Yeah.
I second that.
I third that one, John.
Don't leave it right now.
All right, everybody's going in for tickets.
And if we all win, we're gonna have a good time. Go ahead, Mr. Santos.
Motion to accept the public.
Brian Santos makes a motion to accept
Publication.
public hearing.
And I'll
public
second
hearing.
it.
Jane. It's gonna be the Brian and Jane show. I love it. All right. Any further discussion on that?
Can I just say, for us to save this paperwork, so they don't have to print it all out again for next month?
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I didn't say that because they're actually coming in with, more plans.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Well,
if they're
keep the
cheaper for that-
original plans.
Yeah.
And whatever comes in.
Yeah.
It'll all, so you don't have to reprint this, just add on.
Too late.
Okay. Now, we'll vote on it. We'll start with you, Mr. Williams.
Ray Williams, yes.
Jane Saucy, yes.
Russell Robin, yes.
Mr.
Ryan Canor, yes.
Randy Blackmer, yes.
Brian Santos, yes.
John B. Lanky, yes. Kaiser Levesque,
Kaiser Levesque, yes.
thank you. All right. On to the next one. 25, 29. Application. P and Z 2930, applicant Cleary Group LLC, property owner of 175 and 183 Hill Road, map 128, block 14, lot 4H, zone RRAD, 15.293 acres. Request for a two-lot subdivision.
I think research. Did you make the correction? You amended that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Thank God you're paying attention. According,
2530, yeah.
2530.
oh, why,
Instead of 20.
I said 29, I forgot to change it, my fault, thank you. Slap on the hand. Okay. Then that's where you just interrupted me, a two-lot
Re-subdivision.
re-subdivision. Oh, Jesus. According to this. Here we go again, subdivision.
No, that's right.
Subdivision regulations, Article 3.
Motion to accept the public hearing.
Second that. Oh, sorry, I should have let you do it.
Yes or no, Jane?
He did it.
Okay,
She can, it doesn't matter.
any further discussion on that?
Who made the motion and Ray had
The
the second?
motion was done by Brian Santos
Ray was second.
and Ray was seconded.
I'd say the same thing, hang on to that paperwork. No reason to print it twice.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Okay. You heard it all, commissioners. Mr. Williams says we'll keep the paperwork. Second, any other further discussion? In action. Oh, here we go.
Brian Santos, yes.
Randy Blackmer, yes.
Ryan Canor, yes.
Russell Robin, yes.
Jane Saucy, yes.
Ray Williams, yes.
John B. Lanky, yes. Kaiser Levesque,
Oh, sorry, I didn't know if it was me or not. Kaiser Levesque, yes.
thank you. We all set with that? Ms. Dunn,
Yes.
we're all set. On to the next.
Mhm.
All right. Number 7, application received after the agenda was posted. There were none, correct, Ms. Dunn?
None.
Thank you. Now we got, number 8, reports of the officer and staff. Should be officer without the S, staff with it. Go ahead.
All right.
Mr. Secretary Treasurer.
So we have, I'm gonna break this into two parts and I'll be brief. So the first one is a report that I was supposed to give last meeting, which we called an audible on for this one due to my driving and being unsafe. So here we go. As of the end of June 2025, Planning and Zoning Commission had a remaining balance of $3,492.42. We used 92.8% of our budget. We all know that there was a multiple time budget vote. The money went back into the general fund, and that money was given to the town, basically, effectively at the end. One of the key areas of breakout on this was the category of professional services, which had a remaining balance $2,430. During the last fiscal year, our original budget was $48,260, and we expended $44,767.58. That is part one. Part two is the current fiscal year, which was approved by the town on multiple votes and finally passed. Our current budget for this fiscal year is $49,846. And year to date, we have expended a total of $7,471.83, or 15%, leaving an available balance of $42,374.17. In terms of the breakouts there are standard breakouts, and I'll read them just into the record for good order. We had the Mr. Kevin's salary was $836.45. Zoning officer also was a similar salary of $6,333.28. This is all again through September 17th. We had $302.10 for advertising, which consists of the shopper's guide for the legal notices for the Planning and Zoning Commission. And that is the end of that portion. And then the other item that I would suggest, I guess, is that we had previously last time talked about what we were going to do with our remaining funds of $3,492.42 that was swept into the town. My understanding is that that money is gone and that we no longer have access to it because it was from the prior fiscal year. So one of the things that I was looking at and thinking of was, what are we going to do for this current year with some of the money? And I'm anticipating that we would probably have a little bit left over. So if we looked at professional services line of $2,950, we could reintroduce the concept of having some technology here called the OWL, where things might actually run a little smoother than they do across the board, and people wouldn't be saying on Zoom that they can't hear, and people wouldn't have to be on top of the microphone, et cetera. So if the commission wants to, as we voted last time, we could also vote this time to put that in and use it from the professional services category. But I would recommend that we would reduce that amount, because we asked for more last time. We asked prior time for in excess of $3,000. I would say maybe $2,200 would be an appropriate amount for this time. And that would still leave a healthy balance of professional services, which again, last time we had a remaining balance of $2,430. So if anybody wants to do that, that would be one of the suggestions that I would make from that.
Anything else there? To, so what
I
you
don't think
just
so.
said
I-
is that you're looking at the 2,200 thereabouts, give or take, for only one out. If
Yeah.
that's what it is, instead of trying to go for two right now.
Mhm.
All right, so we don't want to put anything into a deficit, because I was at the Board of Finance last Thursday, hoping that we could get
Yeah,
the
okay.
past money that we thought we would have, but that went back to the coffers.
Yeah.
Let's put it, okay, so wasn't gonna sit there and argue it. They were right, but they made the suggestion to see if what we could do in this budget, what we've got, so.
Okay, so the Board of Finance made that suggestion, so I am going to make the motion that we bring that forward to purchase one of the OWL technologies, because this is not working. I have heard complaints from people. Can't hear anything, we can't hear them, so I made that motion that we do exactly what Ryan said. And go for the owl, because we did vote on this prior to the budget process to accept this and do this, so I made that motion.
And what's
what
the
we
amount
thought.
that you had suggested, Ryan?
I think it was 2,200 and I gave a little extra for overage on that, so I did then
Cause
200.
I probably, hopefully, that the rep reaches back out to me.
Okay,
All right, and see if we can get some, like, the original plan was, we'll just say it was for. The two of them together was almost $4,000, like 3,999.
yeah, I think
And
that
they
was
were
right.
giving us 15% off the
Yeah.
top, and then they gave us another 10,
Yeah.
well, 10% is gone.
Yeah,
That was
oh,
back then.
okay.
If I may add to that too, the last time we had also suggested that other commissions would benefit from it as well. So, yeah.
Well, I think with the Board of Finance recommending this is how we do it, therefore I make the motion that we expend the $2,200 to purchase the one owl, which will not only help this commission, it will help some of the other commissions. Because the system is a little archaic. So the motion is there.
Well, like I said, I have to wait for,
Yeah.
I'll try to reach back out
Let
to
me,
them.
yeah, let us know when you,
And
yeah, okay.
then I'll get back to you. But if I can get that 15% still, that's a plus. Again, it'll bring it down, so. We might not need, use
Yeah.
the 22, but still, let's be safe and sorry.
Okay,
Okay, so that'll be, so this is a consensus thing now, we're not gonna have to, we don't need to vote on it. But it's gonna need to be a consensus by the commission.
You do need to
Yeah.
vote on an
we need to
expenditure.
vote on it, I made the
I need a
motion.
consensus
Open.
first.
Oh, well, I made the motion, so
Oh,
someone's
you
got a
did?
second.
We made the motion.
Yeah,
Okay, who seconded? Nobody?
I'll
Nobody
second
yet.
Okay. All right, sorry about that. I was hoping for it. Now, never.
yeah.
All right, Jane made the motion, Ryan seconded it. Any discussion any further discussion?
What model was it?
It's the Owl 4 Plus.
Okay.
They just came out with a newer version of the 4 Plus,
Yeah, I see that.
but we don't need it. I think the 4 Plus is good and it has the upgrades. I got all the paperwork on
Yeah,
it.
I was just curious.
Yeah,
I'm good with it.
that's-
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm good. I'm good.
so everybody's good here? And we'll take a vote on it. Start with you, Ray.
Yes.
Jane Salsa, yes.
Russell Roth, yes.
Ryan Canori, yes.
Randy Blackmer, yes.
Brian Santos, yes.
John B. Lankey, yes. And Kaiser Levesque.
Kaiser Levesque, yes.
Thank
Kaiser
you.
Levesque, yes. Sorry if you didn't hear.
I heard. you.
So
Thank
that's
you.
2,200 to be moved or used from professional services.
Professional service.
Is there anything else that you need to lay on us there, Secretary Treasurer?
One of the things that we had, that Joseph had suggested last time was Mr. Parodi Brown, that we create an invoice and pass it along to Paula in the finance department. So that would be probably an action item now that we've had a successful vote. That would be the next step.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, you won't
Just-
be able to get the requisition completed without an invoice attached.
Yeah, but that is on you.
I'll create.
That's on you. Okay.
That's my action.
all
So
right.
we just moved it. Ryan's authorized to do this, or
Yeah,
I so move.
Thank you.
no, that was all in the bundle. Yeah. More, unless you want to make it a separate motion. So,
Well, it
more.
wasn't
I don't think we
anything.
have to.
No,
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 no.
we don't have to.
all right,
Moving on.
moving on. On to the Miss Tara, the plan.
Nothing huge. I think we all know that we had scheduled the next subcommittee meeting to discuss the annual update for this coming Thursday. So say, usual bat time, usual bat channel, 7 to 9 on Zoom. I believe you all have the prior copy of the discussion draft. There's been no changes to it because we haven't discussed it since. And that's it. I'm hopeful that we won't need a ton for this because the number of changes we're looking at is fairly modest, but I'm sure we'll need at least one more after that. And that's really it on subcommittee meeting. We'll see each other on Thursday. And then the update on grant related projects, really not much in the way of changes since last month. Very minor changes anyway. The big mill has, as you saw, come in to get approved for the change of use special permit. That's because there is some activity going on there. And they'll need that permit in hand in order to complete some of their architecturals. In the meantime, on the grant related side, our environmental consultant has been in there. He was in there for about 2 weeks doing supplemental testing. The stuff that wasn't completely tested for in the original phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. And they are completing the plan and design for the hazmat abatement, which is the part that the town's grant will cover, the hazardous building materials in the building. The exterior remediation for the brownfield, that's all on the developer and is not tied to the grant. We have to, there's an endless series of hurdles we have to do to finalize that grant. Those hurdles actually right now are on the developer to cross. We have completed all of our paperwork. There's some things that we have to get the developer to send in. So that's that one. The other one is the SIF grant, which is the 4 million slated for the reconstruction of Main Street and Swanson Park. More or less same status, waiting on a contract. We have had a design consultant all along. The 90% construction documents for the reconstruction of Main Street have been submitted to DOT because there's the intersection with the northern intersection with Main Street and Route 12 is proposed for reconfiguration. DOT has to sign off on that. We can do all of those things while we're waiting for the contracts to be finalized because I've got to send the bid documents to the state for their approval anyway. So we may as well get those things out of the way. The 65 Main Planning Grant, I finally officially closed this week. It's like pulling hen's teeth to get some of those last pieces in, but I have them all. So that is, the next thing on that is getting the state to review the RFP for the additional architectural services for the 2nd and 3rd floor in the 65 Main building. Our original design didn't include that. We didn't have enough funds, but that's all part of the 4 million. We have design money built in on that. And then the last of the sort of significant grant projects, the grant itself isn't closed yet, but the activity's done. The construction and improvements for the Great East Thompson Train Wreck Memorial Park. We're having the grand opening ribbon cutting thing this weekend, Saturday at 10, weather allowing. Does look like good weather. The landscapers, I believe, went up there to hydroseed today. If it wasn't today, they'll be out there tomorrow. Then there's some planting left and moving of a couple of signs if they haven't done that already. I was up there with them last week, going over those last changes. And then that big trail project is done and I can turn all of my attention to the big mill and SIF grant and all that stuff.
Yeah, I got one question to ask you after.
Sure. Well, you can ask me right now.
Well, no.
Anybody can, that's why I give the report, so you guys can ask me.
I want to make my comment how $2,500 has got the 65 Main where it
Oh,
is today.
Yes,
And
indeed.
I'm a stickler with that between you and what Brian helping out and doing. I mean, you look at Main Street now, some of the people are finally doing some work on their properties or the owners. Especially that house that's next to the one with the blue that before it looked like, but all this other work that's going on. So my kudos to the both of you and especially on, well, everybody was peeing them about the thing in the beginning. I wasn't, I thought, huh?
It's getting there.
Yeah, but it can't be done overnight. There was a lot left that had to be straightened out, and I get that, you know what I mean? You and I both being in construction, we know what it takes, but, I just wanna, it's a good shout out for Terry, at least she's putting a lot of effort to it, but, we come a long way from 2,500, and I'll keep saying it.
Yep.
Thank you for that, and it's oh, my other question to you is, do you have anything to give us on, the 6:30 Riverside, Bell and Corticelli?
Oh,
If you
yeah.
have something to get, so everybody can see what's gonna be transpiring down there.
Yeah, actually, I'm glad you brought it up because I wasn't thinking of it because it's not grant related. Yeah,
Well,
so,
it's, even though it's not grant related, but it's still a good.
yeah, no, I'm glad you asked the question. So, I think most of the folks here have at least seen some of the online buzz that a developer has come forward who is interested in, well, renovating, in developing the former Belding Corticelli site. He's moving very aggressively, on a friendly foreclosure process with the existing owner. It has to go through foreclosure because there is an existing mortgage to a bank that's out of business.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which
None of,
Jesus.
I don't know. Yeah, properties like this are always complicated, right? So, and this one's actually relatively simple, but here is one complicating factor. So in order for him to be able to take ownership, it's got to be done through a foreclosure. So to sort of give more general information about that, and the things that will be required by the town, there's some town meeting action that's going to have to facilitate that. There is a public presentation on October 1st, which is 1 week from Wednesday, so just over a week. So the developer will be there, I'll be there, Amy will be there. The chair of EDC will speak a little bit. One of the licensed environmental professionals who did the original phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 will talk about the nature of the contamination on the site, because there's always questions about that. The actual LEP working on the site for the developer is going to be in Iceland next week. So we had to go back to the original LEP, but Wayne's a great guy. A lot of you have met him before. So that will be a real chance for folks to come in and see what he's proposing. He's going to have the renderings and talk about his plans, and it's pretty cool. You know, you go back to talking about the $2,500 being like the little seed that starts something.
Seed that got it going.
That it wasn't the only seed that got things going. Just the knowledge that Thompson has been looking to sort of revive the downtown that has, I mean, it's, you know, it's certainly the entire 6.5 years that I've worked for the town, and then before me, Mary Ann, trying to raise the profile of the town and get the properties in front of people, and also get the other grant awards that show the progress. All of those things really have led to increased interest in what was once the historic downtown core. So I'm pretty pleased about that.
Thank you very much for that. It's nice to get that information, so this way. Plus, he's planning on putting in condos in there, right?
Yep, a mixed use development, so mostly condos, but also including some street level, what you would consider neighborhood scale commercial. You know, the tenants to that could be anything, right? You got to build it first, but you know, he's talking hospitality, small retail, maybe some small professional or service offices. But the bulk of it would be the condos, so a home ownership model. So it would be distinct from the big mill, which as we know is apartments. So it's two different kinds of housing that we have a need for that we don't currently have. So that's pretty
Good place
cool.
to have condos, I'll tell
Yeah.
you that much. To me, it's the best thing, in my opinion. We'll never see a mill there again, any type of that stuff.
Well, they're not building mills quite like that
They-
anymore.
Yeah, they just use steel. All right,
I had one question on that.
go ahead, go.
The environmental presentation, what was the date on that?
Well, so it's not just the environmental, it's the whole soup to nuts introduction of the project, but it's Wednesday the 1st, so not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday,
October 1st.
October 1st, 6:30 PM at the library in the nice carpeted meeting room. the one with the
Cool,
screen.
with the big screen and everything?
Yep.
Okay, all right,
Very good.
all right, thank
And,
you
and
there,
if
Mr.
everybody hasn't been to the East Thompson train wreck site, it is fantastic. The work that's been done there, I go over there all the time. That's where I walk my dogs. So it looks great.
We're gonna have to put a sign up there, we'll walk the dogs.
Not gonna stop me. I'm still gonna walk my dog there.
Pick up out.
Huh? What's that?
I said, there should be one saying to pick up out.
It's in the woods.
I had to get that.
Ryan had just mentioned about the train, East Thompson train thing. There's an event this coming Saturday on that. I don't know that, I think it's 10 or 11 o'clock.
It's
Yeah.
10 o'clock, guys. That's our
Okay.
grand opening. It's in the
Yes,
Walktober.
okay. Yeah, sorry, I just had heard him say something about the train, so that's why I was like, oh, that's this weekend.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
it
you,
is.
guys.
It's okay, everybody knows, this Thursday, 7 o'clock PM via Zoom, you should have got the email on it. All set?
Yeah.
Okay. On to our CEO, you're up there, Ms. Dunn.
Okay, two things. One I passed out earlier, before the meeting started. The first one was 520 Riverside Drive, from the Common Center, Town Street. So a gentleman came in and he is requesting to locate a food truck at 520 Riverside Drive. We more like a terminal there. We don't have any regulation learning food trucks, if you want to call it a structure, but, you know, in reviewing DMRD, Article 12-275-2.1, create a.
Point of order, please. We cannot hear Ms. Dunn, and there's someone on the committee who is speaking in the microphone, and we hear that person and not Ms. Dunn.
Hang on. Ms. Valerie Clark, do not, in my meeting, going forward, use point of order. You're not allowed to. The only ones that can bring up point of order in this meeting are the commissioners themselves, not even the staff. Just want to let you know, if you don't.
Part of Robert's rules that anyone can bring up a point of order.
No. I'm gonna I can argue with that. I got it right here in front of me. So from going forward, do not say point of order, because the only time you can say point of order, if you're sitting in a town meeting at the library going over whatever town business, because you are there. But this is a commissioner meeting. You can listen and talk in the citizen comments. If you got an application, you can speak. Until then, if you say that word again, those words again, I'm gonna ask you to step out of the meeting. Go ahead, Ms. Dunn.
Okay, so I have a request from the food vendor to locate his food truck at 520 Riverside Drive. It will be a permanent fixture at the location. In reviewing DMRD Article 12-275-12.1 intent 7, to create a compact blend of land uses that include shops, workspaces, civic buildings, entertainment uses, residence and outdoor amenities. While the food truck will be in an enclosed vehicle, the vehicle could be considered outdoor amenity. My reasoning behind that is the food business is not enclosed in the property structure. The above statement then would require compliance with 275-12.2 table of permitted uses, number 13, food and beverage service establishment, including outdoor seating. So there, I'm assuming that the food truck would have outdoor seating. I don't know. Structure type, going down the list there, the structure type would be, it's a new use, which requires a zoning permit with site plan review by the commission, generally one planning and zoning commission meeting. So I guess I'm bringing this to you because it is a truck that's going to sit on that property that they just developed. What is your feelings on it? He has not bought it yet. He's waiting to hear an answer from.
Is it on wheels?
Well, a truck is gonna be on wheels, yeah.
Well, then it's movable. You
Well,
can,
yes, it is movable, but he plans on keeping it there all year. In other words, he plans on running that business there until he decides he doesn't want to run it anymore.
and there's nothing in our regs on that.
Not really, no. He also suggested a trailer, so we don't allow trailers. So I just didn't really know what answer to give him.
I don't know what to say. I'd have to evaluate.
Yeah, I was just gonna,
Okay.
I need more information.
Need more information?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that
Send us
what
what
you
you
want?
want.
Yeah.
Would you like to add that for consideration to your annual update?
That ain't a bad idea. Because we're getting all these little things like this coming at us now, you know? And I think we really need to look at some of this stuff now, you know, if, and add on. If a guy wants to put a food truck over there, as far as I'm concerned, if he's on wheels and it's, and, you know, he might be able, he could keep it there, you know, seasonal, like, you know, from June or May.
Is it a restaurant?
No,
Well, people would be going up to it and ordering food, probably you taking it away, and if you had.
Well,
It's fine line.
well, cause if you go,
Is that-
Restaurant.
I wouldn't consider it a restaurant, it's a food truck.
yeah, but once you start putting out tables and chairs and
Yeah.
stuff
Yes,
like that,
yes.
Outdoor restaurant.
it's almost like having, being a restaurant,
No, I
but
mean,
it's
I
all
understand that
foldable
con-
stuff and
yeah,
up
no,
you go.
I
you
get
know.
that
But
concept.
if you go down, for an example, you know, actually quite a few, you drive through New Haven on Long Wharf, if there ain't 40 food trucks there, you know, and they got their little tables on it, but they can't do it out in the road, they're gonna do it on the inside, on the sidewalk or whatever it is. They have to pay for those spots, but here, if he owns the property, is
No, he
he,
doesn't, it's 520,
Yeah.
the shopping center down.
oh, the
street.
shop,
Yeah, he doesn't
then,
own the
then he's gonna have, then the owner of the
I
property.
talked to Neil today,
Yeah.
he said he heard from him once and he hasn't heard from him, and I said, well, he's waiting for an answer from me.
Then he's just gotta follow all the state statute rules on food trucks and everything.
That's what I was just gonna say, where this state statute.
Whatever the state statutes are. First of all, he's gotta have a permit by the state of Connecticut. You know,
Well,
to sell
well, We
food.
know that, that's a standard, everybody knows they have to have, you know, a food permit, but, you know, we know
Well,
that.
didn't we just approve the gentleman to put his food truck, or whatever catering truck, whatever on,
How many others?
he just did it,
Barbecue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
right at the library.
Yeah. spoke
On,
on
he wants the corner of the library,
Oh, yeah.
but it's,
Plus on the corner of Route 12 and.
The highway.
Right by
And the highway.
entrance.
yeah, but I'm just saying, we just approved that. So whatever, how we approved that,
Go look
Well,
that.
that's not a pork, but, you know, he's actually in that building down
Oh.
there.
Yeah, that's not a permit. For us.
it's not a permit.
So this, he's gotta go look at the state, whatever, to get his ducks in a row before he comes to us.
Well, he, you know, most people who are doing the food business, and because I've been in it, know that that's what they have to do. They just, you know, aren't going to do that unless they know that they can park that truck there.
Well, as long as Patel lets him park the truck there, we can't. say-
And he's the one that will dictate where he parks it and how much he's gonna get, how many parking spaces, whatever. We can't go in and say, no, you can't do that because it is, it's the owner of the property. I'm just looking at it that way. That's on the property owner, how he wants to deal with it, as long as he meets all the state regs, if he's got all the permits to sell the food out of the thing.
You gotta cancel that.
I understand, I'm just,
That has nothing to do with it.
So would the commission like me to look into adding that as a topic for the annual regs review to add clarity? That would be the only reason to do it, to add clarity. I don't get the sense anybody here wouldn't want to do it. It's just how would you want to do it? And obviously it's not going to be ready for Thursday, but could be ready for the next one. I'm happy to do that.
well, again, we need that, now we need to start clarifying on what, because this is all coming at us. And we don't have
Sarah,
nothing.
please.
Okay, so-
Consider it done.
Okay, thank you.
Wow, wait a minute.
Yeah,
You okay?
yeah, no, I know, she's right.
No, she's right.
Yeah,
She's
no,
right. Yeah,
if we can
I
put
agree.
it on and go through it and get the clarification in our heads, because I'm sure now if things grow in the town as they're supposed to, or they're trying to, we're gonna have other things that are gonna come up that we haven't really dealt with. This food truck will be on basically somebody else's property, so in my mind, he's gotta go through the owner of that property, but he also has to go by the state statutes. But we need to be clear on those statutes also.
No, you don't have anything to do with the consumer department approving a food truck. That has nothing to do with.
No.
No, that's not what I'm saying, Cindy. What I'm saying is, we need to be clear on this so that we can say, yeah, that has nothing to do with us. We haven't looked at that.
But see, I disagree with you on that.
Okay.
With our new regulations,
Okay,
you have that chart that says structure, new, existing, or new.
yeah,
So this operation of food, portable food, restaurant type food is new for this district. So that requires a site plan review by the commission. That's what that chart says. Neil, when he had the daycare going on the other side, they had to come to you. When the liquor store moved from one side to the new building, he had to come to you guys for approval. It's site plan review. But what you're telling me, if I'm hearing this correctly, is we just tell Neil, yeah, you can rent it out to anybody you want.
Yeah.
no, that's not what I'm
Okay,
saying.
that's
No,
what
no,
I
I'm
got.
not
Okay,
saying that. No,
hang
no,
on,
that's
hang
not what
on.
I'm saying.
Hang on. Go ahead.
I just want the data, like you.
Yes,
And then when Cindy,
yes,
for Cindy, just send us everything you have.
Okay.
And make it for old business at the next meeting, and we'll give you a little bit more better judgment.
yeah.
And I will
my
have
opinion.
something for consideration
But
on
tell
the
me-
next
What's
subcommittee
the
meeting.
Yes, the way.
Hang on, Ray.
A month, but you're not going to approve the review.
Well, I think this is just a ruling of, how we read the,
Oh, so you're gonna discuss it Thursday to give.
you guys. I don't think we can make a motion or anything like that, but we can come to consensus on
Yes.
this Thursday, can't we?
Well,
so-
not this Thursday,
No.
not this Thursday,
Next.
because
The next one.
Oh.
This
3 days from
Thursday-
now, and I'm in Hartford
Oh,
all
okay,
week.
gotcha. So you're not gonna be able to put.
Right,
Gotcha.
right. It would be,
Next
it would be a
Thursday, we're
following.
Well, it'll just be the next meeting.
Yeah.
It's a consensus. It's not.
Yeah,
a vote.
get a consensus on it, because the only thing is,
So, all right, I have a question to ask. The zoning review is to review the regulations to see if, the special subcommittee zoning review is to review the regulations to see what we want to add, change, take away, well, whatever. But you're gonna take this topic, go to the next review and come with a decision for him. Did I read that correctly? Is that what you're planning on doing?
Well,
I think this is something you and I need to discuss at the office,
thing
into
is
what
with
the
that-
logical path is.
That works for me.
I'm okay with that.
Okay,
because
but that's not, go, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt you, John? Sorry. Okay.
yes. Go ahead, Ray, get out.
Well, I think what we should do is look at. Get a hold of Chaplin, get a hold of Canterbury that has these things already in their towns. And
Yeah.
look at their regulations instead of just starting from scratch and see how they handle it.
That would be our review, right? That's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, that's fundamentally what I'm
But
gonna,
there's towns out here that we can look at instead of just, us just starting from scratch.
100%.
we don't have to reinvent. the
yeah,
wheel.
that's fundamentally what I'm gonna do before I bring you guys something to look at.
You know what to do, Karen.
Anytime Karen and I are gonna talk about. it. That's the answer.
Yes.
Yeah,
Good
That's
try.
right.
Yep.
Let's do that.
that's the
Alright.
answer.
So I don't know if anybody, if all of you have a chance to read what I passed out, but there was an issue that came up last fall. There's a home occupation out on 41 Hill Road. And he got the home occupation January 28, 2019. Under the 2012 regulations, section 10, which at that time, the Planning and Zoning Commission had to approve all home occupation permits. And the request was to operate a tree cutting service at a residential property at 41 Hill. And I attached the application and the permit. I also attached one photo of the property taken in 123-19, which you can see shows 3 vehicles parked on the property. In the fall of 2024, Ryan contacted my office to discuss the increase in his business and requested to build a 40 by 60 compact garage at the bottom, open space on the property, see photo 6. area involved, the wetlands and the wetland disruption and the wetlands department has been working with Ryan, gave him permission in August to remediate any past disruptions of the wetlands, and that's what he's working on now. And reviewing the existing home occupation permit and the current activity on the property, the on-site keeping equipment, employees, parked vehicles, and sorry about the parked vehicle fuzzy picture, but their vehicles there, and just didn't get a clear picture of it. Employees, parked vehicles, and tree service vehicles has increased in volume and is not in compliance with the original home occupation permit. See photos 1 to 4 and photos 5 to 6 show increase in equipment at the bottom of the project. Photo 5, where you see that equipment, is 50 feet from the 50 feet from above. Current non-compliance is section 10, which is the 2012 home occupation regulation. There are more than 2 employees. There are several trucks and employees' vehicles on the property, and goods, supplies, and equipment are visible on the property. There are more than 2. No, I said that twice. I wrote this in a hurry. There are more than 2 business vehicles located on the property. Property activity begins at 6 a.m. and ends at 6 p.m. Number 18, given the amount of business-owned vehicles stored on the property, if hazardous materials are not properly disposed, and proper disposal will create a problem on the site. Please note that there is 1 complaint stating an increase in the business since they were issued the home occupation permit in 2019. And that's in the record. My original thought was for the business owner to submit a neighborhood limited enterprise application permitted under 2020 zoning regulation. Criteria for that permit is all the home occupation regulations. So my concerns on the current regulations, 3C, activities stored in an enclosed building. Is a convex structure enclosed? He's not here to answer that. I don't want to say whether he told me it was or wasn't. 3E, how does the following statement apply to the requested increase in activity? Interruption, congestion, or change to the residential uses of the neighborhood in terms of appearance, noise, traffic, vehicle parking, and employee customer congregation resulting from the operation of home occupation shall be minimized. An applicant shall be required to provide a statement detailing any such anticipated changes subject to review and approval by the CEO. 3F is my concern, changes to the outside appearance. 3I, solid waste management. Section 5 of the home occupation requirements. Only 3 employees are permitted. He has more than 3 employees. The part you include for the neighborhood limited enterprise permit, parking may be required to be screened from the neighborhood. If the accessory structure is not fully enclosed, it needs to be screened from the neighborhood. And the home occupation hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Other regulation he may apply for. My second suggestion is that he could apply for a special permit under RRAD table of uses. Any other uses reasonably related to the intended purpose of this district is determined by the commission. Now, it's apparent that he has exceeded the compliance of the home occupation. The question is, does the business owner meet the limited qualifications of the NLE permit? Does he go to the catch-all in our regulations? Or do I tell him to find a commercial property to run his business? Because it certainly has increased since 2019. He's not here tonight. I asked him to come to speak for this. So I'm just pointing out what's going on out there. What direction you'd like me to guide him?
So when we gave him that home occupancy, it was.
That's three tries. What's in that picture? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he had,
Is this
there's, yeah, that's the property.
And is he operating like over here?
Well, he's storing stuff. He's doing wetlands work now. He has a permit from wetlands to do whatever disturbance he created. Excuse me, I take that back. Whatever disturbance was created on that property since 2004 and 2012, if you look at the the satellite view, that property was open down there.
Yeah, he created a driveway over here, office driveway.
No, those driveways were there.
That-
Is
that was-
is that, you're saying off the Hill Road?
Well, he's got a driveway off Hill Road, and then once he's on his driveway, there's like another access to.
No, there was, that was there. That was there in 2019. Definitely. And then there's the access into the home too. But all those driveways were there in 2019. But whatever the issue was with wetlands, he has now permission from wetlands to take care of the destruction that was created. Who knows, who cares, just, you know, get it fixed.
Okay. Go ahead.
His home business, his employees aren't working at his house.
So they're not, no.
They, most of the time, they go there, they park their car, they get in his truck, and then they leave. It's not like he's running, the only thing he's running out of his out of his place is his office.
His office and the storage of all the trucks, and now he wants to build a convex. But keep in mind, he starts his employees at 6 AM. And the trucks are, you know, starting up. And they're trucks, they're not little pickup trucks, they're big.
The
huge
full-size trucks, yeah.
And it starts at 6 AM in a residential neighborhood. It ends at 6 PM, they come in and bring the trucks back, get their vehicles, go home. It ends at 6 PM.
On the truck.
And that's a process.
So this is his house here. This is his yard that you're talking about?
I'm not
You
sure
can, why
how.
don't you go up there?
There's two open
Yeah,
areas on the side.
there are two open areas. There's an open area, Brian, where those two entrances are, not the house entrance, the other entrance. Then there's a road that goes down, and I took the picture down there. You can see the road coming down to the section down the bottom, where he wants to put the convex trailer,
Yeah.
where he's working on the wetlands, where he has equipment in trucks and a couple of containers, down there already.
How many
And
acres?
then that-
How many acres is it?
It is. Quite a bit.
Yeah, looks-
Oh, wait, I have the folder right here. I have the folder right here.
Just look
But-
at it like this, look at this.
But
Oh,
just
I would-
when he started it, when he came in for the home occupancy, there was nothing about a convex he wanted to do and all that equipment. It was just to have a home occupancy for his office itself, and store a couple, park his couple of his
I don't know.
company vehicles.
That's okay, Cindy.
If I remember, but we're going back 2019.
For what it's worth, Mr. Chairman, to me, this does seem like the perfect opportunity, because we haven't actually really had a test case on that neighborhood limited enterprise. And the whole purpose of it was for people who outgrow their kitchen table or whatever, they have something slightly more intensive than you'd be doing entirely in your house, but it still fits with the character of a residential rural agricultural area, which guy's doing tree work, right?
Yeah.
Is this business? That seems to me the very definition
Mm.
of what was intended to cover by the neighborhood limited enterprise.
But he seems like he's succeeded.
Why would we
With the
have?
size-
Oh, hang on, go
The
ahead.
size of his property and how far them houses are apart, I don't see how anybody there would even complain about that.
Absolutely. I don't see a problem with 6 AM. People get up and work. That's what people do. You don't get up at 6 AM and work. And you think that's loud, then maybe you're part of the problem. You should be up at 6 AM doing some kind of work in my opinion. I get up every day. I mean, what, like starting up a truck? That's. a
Well, I
problem now?
think Cindy's
Something?
dilemma is that she does get occasional complaints and she needs to have a regulatory structure to refer to. So that's why I'm saying, to me, it seems like a perfect test case. You've outgrown the home occupation. Here's your next category up, which is the neighborhood limited enterprise. We're saying that, yeah, great, you've expanded. You've got a couple of trucks. You need a covered building
Yeah.
to store them in, but you're still doing the same thing. Why would you rescind the permission?
Yeah, it's attached to, here it is right here, attached to. Oh, I didn't put acres on it. I wasn't putting
That's
acres
okay.
on the thing. I'll find out.
I was just gonna say, let's try to work within the bounds.
16.77.
Yeah, that's
16.77.
plenty. I feel like you're right. It should be this following.
Don't
It's
forget,
it's the next step
don't
for
forget
this business.
down the bottom where you see all those, whatever they are, sitting there. It's only 50 feet away from the boundary line, approximately 50 feet. I checked it a little bit on the map, as best I could, but Ryan himself told me it was 50 feet.
50,
From the-
you're saying
From the,
50.
yeah, above the 50, yeah, 50. Are you interested in, well, if he comes for neighborhood limited enterprise, how he's asked for an FOI for the complaint, which is printed. I have it here in the folder. And it's not a special permit, it's just a,
Just site plan.
review by
Site plan
commission.
review.
I was almost gonna say this an informational meeting, we've had those before.
Yeah.
So you want him to come in for an informational?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll give us a little better
Yeah.
clarification
Yeah.
of what his intent is.
Love it, thank you very much.
Well, we tried.
Okay, but no, that was very helpful.
You have anything else to throw at us?
That's it. Ooh,
It
that's
did.
97.
No,
What?
No, 41.
41 Hill Road.
41 Hill Road.
41 Hill Road. 1097 is not gonna come up until
Oh,
old business.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is all.
Yes,
Okay, so informational meeting.
yep.
Okay.
And now anything else? Not say, let's go to number 9, right?
Let's do it.
Correspondence, A, notice of planning board public hearing. What's that all about?
Yeah, Douglas.
What's that?
It's just a notice to say.
Okay, now we got the good one.
Now then.
You got an answer on that one for us for B? Town of Webster Planning Board Public Hearing Notice?
Well, not on the item for correspondence. If you're asking if there's an update on Dr. Sharma's property, I can tell you what's going on, but that's not
That's a-
related.
Well, isn't that part of that, Dr. Sherman's thing? That wasn't that
The
last?
town of Webster is the complainant, but the correspondence is just the regular correspondence we get all the time.
All right, we got 9C that we added. Accept alternate Jason St. On's resignation letter, and I have it right here. So we can read it into the minutes. Which should have been done a while back, but that's okay. On July 21st, 2025, Town of Thompson, 815 Riverside Drive, North Rosendale, Connecticut, 06255. To whom it may concern. I am resigning from the Planning and Zoning Commission alternate position effective August 1st, 2025. Due to a busy work schedule, I am finding it difficult to commit the time necessary to fulfill the obligation of a commission member. Sincerely, Jason St. Onge. And that was received by the town clerk on the same day, and it's stamped.
What's the date for the record on that letter?
July 21st, 2025.
And today is September 22nd.
What, may I make a comment, please?
Hang on a minute.
Okay.
What else you need?
No, that was it. I was just kind of wondering why that letter
Well, that's my comment.
was circulating now.
Okay. All right.
Unfortunately, I usually put my own receipt date on it, and I didn't this time. I just put it in the, but I only received that a couple of weeks ago.
Huh? He resigned on the 21st.
I received that a couple of weeks ago.
What was the holdup? Do you?
I
know?
have no idea.
I
It's
have
not
no
my-
idea why every time this happens, it gets
No, I-
cocked
I
up,
have
but
no
it
idea.
does.
And it's not my place to question. I just received it,
No, it's not your place to
put it in
question.
the
it.
bucket.
It's the place, the people that should question it is us. It's
My
us.
mistake was not putting my received date on.
Wow.
Certainly
mean-
not criticizing Cindy. I was just wondering
No, I
what the
don't-
date. I looked over and I saw July and I thought that I was in
Yeah.
a
July 21st
movie or
was
something.
a when,
Fun.
was-
2 months to have this thing show up.
but the thing with that is that if this was done like the 21st, it was put in place for the July meeting of the 25th. Okay, we could have discussed it, got it done, and then passed it on, but it ended up being August 6th, which would have been okay too, because we had to cancel that meeting because of the website thing. But the thing with that is, this could have been all resolved last month, you know, by the end of the month, that Mr. Bennett, and I just want to let you know, I apologize to you. But I know you went and got sworn in today, which is good. And I'm glad you stepped up to the plate for the alternate position, okay? And hopefully we have this resolved, but I think we do not, because the Board of Selectmen okayed this. I was at the meeting last Tuesday.
Okay.
And they passed it all through, da 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 da, and all that other stuff, so.
So who
Yeah.
dropped it?
Who's trying to finish that up?
I just want a name, just, because this isn't the first time it's
Well,
something that's been held up.
what should have done by safe protocol.
Yeah,
When this letter was received by the town clerk and got stamped, that day, whatever time,
Yeah.
or the letter should have automatically been walked over to the
Yep.
zoning enforcement officer, so she could have put it on that month, which had plenty of time. Okay, or Miss Terry, either or. What was that, Brian? Hold on.
I was blaming him for delaying Tyler.
Yeah,
I don't think he's that.
It definitely
Poor
wasn't
Dan,
Dan's
yeah,
fault.
It's not Dan's
Yeah,
fault.
we'll blame
He's-
Dan.
yeah, Dan, you.
He's
did
the-
it. Hey, don't
Okay,
just don't do it again,
But-
don't do it
But
again.
Jay, this could have been done
Yeah,
if
could be.
everything was done. Then our first thing, it was going to,
Yeah.
and I get a email of the Board of Selectmen's meeting that this was gonna be okay, because the RTC asked you, what, a week before that, at their July meeting of the beginning, that if you would consider taking this position,
Yeah,
When were you asked, Dan?
the July meeting.
You were asked back in July if you would step up
Wait.
and take the alternate?
It was right before the July meeting, and then I went to the July meeting because of that.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, the protocol is, you're correct.
Yeah.
We get resignation, you make a motion to accept the resignation.
And
That
then we
goes
sent a
over
letter
to-
to the Board of,
That goes over to the Board of Selectmen,
Selectmen.
then they appoint someone. So I'm I'm not too sure of, not that I don't want you, don't get me wrong, I just want to make sure everything's done legally.
Yeah.
So
we
worst
need to
case
check this out.
scenario, you vote to accept the resignation and at the first October
we send
meeting,
him
they'll just reappoint him.
No, it's,
No,
no, but it's irritating because the protocol was not followed. They expect us to follow protocol and they did not. This should have been in at the latest at the August meeting. You were asked back in July and now we're just getting the letter. That's, it's neither here nor there. Let's just get you on board. You sure you want to do
We
that?
actually have to write.
but no,
Actually have to write.
Jay,
Have to write.
you have Rich
Yeah.
Roberts, but in all due respect, if this was given to us back then,
Yeah,
once it's read into the minutes of the meeting,
yes.
the commissioners then decide, we accept this. We still have to accept this
Accept it.
tonight.
Yes, I make
Okay,
a motion.
and
we
then we
accept.
make a motion that the motion has to be made, accepted, then we take, and a letter is written from the chair
Yep,
to send to the Board of Selectmen.
and then they.
And then
put it
they
on.
have to follow protocol, either get a hold of the whatever town committee or whatever. Like I said, there was a lot of things that were okay?
So I've made the motion that we accept the letter of
Go
resignation.
ahead, Cynthia.
Alright, so I just have to put it in here. It is only courtesy and protocol that it goes to the respective town committees. That is not a legal requirement.
Required,
Exactly.
I just want to make that clear.
Yeah.
to
but
everyone.
it's been done like that for as long as I can remember, since you, Brian and I, and
Since you're a baby.
and that, since we've been on, oh Jesus, don't stop that.
Would anybody like to second Jane's motion?
Yeah, let's just move it. Yeah, let's-
Ray
Yeah,
seconds.
Ray got it.
All right. Jane made the motion, Ray seconded it. Not any
Thanks,
more
Kevin.
discussion, if not, let's move on, we're gonna accept it. I'll say aye,
Aye.
so now we just,
I will tomorrow email Rich Roberts
Yep.
and ask him what is the next step and tell him exactly what happened.
correct.
Okay.
But,
To see if his appointment is legal for him to sit
Count.
next.
Yeah. And this is not.
Yeah.
but we really can't accept you, even though you.
Yeah.
you- you were appointed already by the Board of Selectmen and you did your thing. Glad to have you on board.
All good, whatever it takes.
Okay.
I was wondering why it wasn't
Whatever
put
it
into
takes.
this.
Well, that's because, yeah.
Because the town clerk dropped the ball. That's what happened. Let's just say it. That's what happened.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Now-
Stamped, for God's sake.
The
Have a
next
time
month,
stamp.
you'll be
Here.
squared away.
It's like a bad trade
You
ticket.
want the copy?
No.
I got an extra one.
I don't.
Moving on.
Moving in, and we move up.
Next on the item, signing of MyLars. I can see the word none here.
None.
Okay. Number
You see
11,
any
old,
Mylars?
what's that?
Do you see any Mylars?
Thank God.
Hey.
All right, number 11, old business. Oh, you're up again. 1097 Thompson Road, report of Thompson zoning enforcement officer, 815 Riverside Drive, North Road, Connecticut, 06255. Go ahead, Cynthia.
1097. Thompson Road, right?
No, I did say it. I thought I said 1197.
Our code,
I said 1097.
okay, on September 16th, I contacted the attorney, that is taking care of this case. And I told him I had a monthly meeting the 22nd, and I would like any updates. I would never Superior Court. So I sometimes not find anything, should the answer to me, well, hello, Cindy. Our complaint went out for service and filing with the court on September 5th. There is a return date of September 23rd. Meaning the defendant must file an appearance with the court by that date, technically the day after. So suit has been commenced. So actually, 24th, I will go on to the court and see what's going on with it. Hopefully it's in there. December, sorry.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow, but it's actually not gonna show until the 24th. That's what it said. And that's what I have. I drive by here all the time. I try to, catch the, not, and I don't say that in a negative way. I try, it doesn't, the gentleman that is renting the garage isn't there all the time. I try to catch him when he is
Yeah.
there to say, please come in and file something, but I don't even know how, what that's gonna do now because it's in court. But he's there. And you know. But he's not causing mess.
That's fine.
No, Jake Williams. That's it.
Take one past that.
Any questions?
I'll wait for comment back.
And your public comment?
I got an extra one for you. If you want.
No, I don't know anything.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just, I'd like to know after what happens,
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
because I have data ready to help.
okay, all right.
So, you're still waiting on to hear from
Yes.
the lawyer and the court, right?
Yeah, hopefully it's gonna be, hopefully it was in the Superior Court. I mean, that's where these cases go.
Yeah.
I think
Cause I see the last time you said it was, that's what was holding it up is what,
Right.
the court or the judge or whoever. Okay, appreciate that. Anything else to ask her on that? Okay, we're on to the next item, number 12, new business, the NECOG planning for vibrant communities training event. You're up on that one. That's your,
Well, I just forwarded it to you guys as a continuing ed opportunity. It did sound good. It is this Saturday, so you would have to choose between that and the grand opening of the Great East Thompson Train Wreck Memorial Park.
say,
Well, the thing at NECOG's all day, so it would overlap for sure. If anybody wants to go to that, I believe they still have room, but in this case, you would have to have Cindy do or you can register for it directly yourself. You just need to let Cindy know you're going if you choose to. I am not monitoring it or doing any registration for anybody because I'm off-site all week, but it did sound like a good webinar, and I believe it said specifically that it counts towards your continuing ed credits, so. Everybody here has plenty of hours in, I think, but that doesn't mean that you wouldn't be interested in doing more, so. just made sure to forward that to you.
Thank you. All right, next,
You're not attending.
No, because I got something.
number 13, my favorite number. Hey, that came up twice, good. Review of the ZBA minutes, no meeting. Cynthia's been happy with that, right? Number 14, citizen comments. Anybody here like to speak?
Oh, yes.
Step right up. All right.
Oh, you've got a list.
Right, all I do. I have many questions. My name is Dan Bolte, 2 Plain Road once again. Would like to discuss a little bit about that 1097 Thompson Road where I live in the neighborhood. All the questions come to me because I live in the neighborhood. What is happening with that property? One of the reasons do we know the owner of the property?
Oh.
Is it David? Okay. Have you had any access with him at all?
No.
None.
No, the rumor is he moved to South Carolina.
Well, I think I told you that.
Yeah.
Either North Carolina or South Carolina. There's a Salvation Army box there. Is there any way we can have that removed? Because people keep bringing them up and stuff, thinking that's an active.
Okay.
I know I might have access to a couple pieces of equipment that we could move a lot of that stuff out of the way. But my concern is groundwater contaminants. Because, all of that stuff that's been dumped there, but when it says oils, it's other kind of liquids, antifreeze, air conditioners, rodents are all over the place. And those are obviously major issues. People keep dumping on that property because the front of that building was considered at one point a thrift shop.
Yeah,
People keep bringing things in there believing
it's still up there.
that's still open. Can we put up a fence and even though it's not our property, or try to stop people from going? Can we clean it up?
No.
Okay,
Not while.
I'm not until it becomes abandoned property, the way I understand. it.
Right, and that,
Will you
one
hear
of the
that?
requests I made of the attorney in the complaint is that they give the town the authority to clean it up. And then the lien on the property.
Well, that the court has the final say on that.
Right,
The
exactly.
lawyer.
The court has
So once the
say.
court says that the town has the permission to go in because of the liability.
And I understand, and that all being said, the non-existing owner, I haven't seen in several months, but the tenants have never been a problem. The people that live there or rent there, whether it's the apartment or the barn, they've always been great tenants, never had a problem with them at all. So I guess that's about all I have, and then I guess the question comes to when we hear what's gonna happen from the court, and when somehow we can move forward. And
Will you tell
we're
us?
still a limbo,
Give me your telephone number.
I think you have.
Yeah, that means I have to look for it. Okay, Dan, right?
Thank you very much.
Go ahead, Cynthia.
So I can go down to the Salvation, store down in Danielson
Yes,
and ask them.
them to remote. 'cause
But first,
they're
I'm gonna
boss.
ask, yeah, I'm gonna ask to call the attorney tomorrow and ask if I can do that, because that is
Well,
not. It's
Why
right.
not?
Well, we wanna make sure, because there's a lot.
Well, okay, it's their box and, you know,
Right.
Yeah, but I agree with Cindy. You wanna make sure your i's are dotted and your t's are crossed,
Right.
because it's
But they-
on a property
CYA.
in court, yeah.
They do
Yeah.
clean that box up.
I mean, they come out, but, well, no, the Salvation Army comes in, that's how we know it's an active box.
Oh, it
Oh,
is.
they are coming.
Well, yeah, but the problem is,
People are still.
80% of stuff is outside the box. Because
Yeah, I
they-
was down there just the other
They
day.
drop mattresses, TVs,
Oh,
I mean, it's.
Yeah, because they don't wanna go to-
Sometimes.
I go past that a couple of times a week, and I have noticed that there's more and more. I didn't realize, well, they think it's an active box, so they just keep
But
dumping.
it's not even Salvation Army, it's other people dropping off chairs, and I told the lady the other day, like, You know, this place has been closed for about 6 months. Oh, it is?
Did she still drop the stuff off? Yeah.
One other thought too, that could be a problem. I'm just trying to anticipate, not saying it is now, but
Okay,
the transfer station, no, trust me, I drive by it every day. It's a huge problem. The transfer station permit thing is coming up, so if people don't. Or get
Yeah.
upset about the cost of it, maybe they
Yeah.
use that as a dumping ground and an excuse.
That's
So
what's
Be
happening.
careful, be careful for
Or
that.
because they assume it's an established business. I mean, quite frankly, I live right there, I see it happen all the time, so.
Dan and I've had
They-
pleasant
Right,
conversations.
we've had
about
good
it.
conversations.
So did,
Oh,
let us
And,
know
and for,
Salvation
actually for a
Army.
few months,
Yeah.
even though the business was closed, there was an open sign in the window
That was still on.
that was still on.
Yeah.
That's not-
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
And, I have a question for you.
I didn't do it.
Well, I'll make you look like you did. But the thing is, the building on the, far back on the left on Port of Plainside Road, where the guy's got the garage,
The garage.
okay. He is just using that to store stuff, or is he doing, or is that active with some type of repair work or something?
No, he doesn't do any repair work at all.
Okay.
I believe, the way I understand it from talking to him probably a year ago, he rented that to store
His equipment for his, whatever.
not even that, his mother got forced out of her house.
Okay,
And he stored her stuff in there, but he occasionally goes in there, like maybe once a week, once every couple of weeks. And, we'll remove a few things, maybe he's giving them to people, because I think he's from the Worcester area.
Yeah.
But he's been renting that property for way too much for a long time.
go ahead,
So
Cynthia.
from what I understand, the first part of what Dan said is correct, but I also understand he is in business. And the trucks that are full are stuff that he picks up from his business. So I looked at it and I violated it as a business, using it as a business storage area. Very nice guy, did not know he was doing anything wrong. One of the issues that Davis has is that the property card says one apartment, one restaurant. And of course, we all know that Zachary was told he could not do what he did. So he's in violation of that because he has 2 apartments, plus he's renting the garage now. And that is not on the assessor's card. So it should be on the assessor's card to rent a garage, 2 apartments, and a restaurant. And the only thing that could go in there was a restaurant, or he had to come to the planning and zoning commission, which he was told about 15 times. And he just totally ignored me and told me that we're only here to make money, so he's not doing what, we're, and he said it was a commercial zone. I could not convince him the difference of why the restaurant was there. It's hard to, I guess it was hard for him to grasp that, his rules. But he did what he wanted. That's good. Yeah.
And that's why we're in this town.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Anything else to say?
Was that
Don?
the same guy that was up in the old Agway building?
And he was in the old Agway building,
How
and
they get up out of there with no problem, and now we're thinking about it.
The owner.
the owner,
The owner did-
Paul and I worked together, putting him in there, because he said one thing and he did another. And then as soon as he did what he was not supposed to do, Paul and I worked together, and we both apologized to each other for the trouble that we created.
It's a reference.
So, Paul was, he got him out of there.
The Leo gas had to remove.
Yeah, that's Paul, yeah, the layout.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's the property owner, like Cynthia, and the guy had to take care of it himself. Like I said, nothing we could do about it. Same thing with 1097.
It'd be nice.
We can't,
Nice
I agree, but we can't.
No, I get it. I mean, I understand it until we get the abandonment or whatever, we're in limbo.
You got it. All right. Anything else? Anybody on Zoom?
I do
Miss
not
Carol?
see any hands. Oh, Valerie has put her hand up.
Go ahead, Miss Clark.
Yes, Valerie Clark, Elm Road. We had a couple of citizens speaking, I think, that did not state their names. But
Joseph
Yeah.
Jeanette, 51 Port.
Yeah, you said his name a couple times when he stood up. Of course, he said,
Oh.
so the last name, I remembered it very clearly.
It is supposed to be for each comment, just so you know, and that's mostly so the minute taker can identify you in the minutes later.
And this, I will say that this is a public meeting and that the role of the chair in the meeting is to ensure that the public who devotes time, spending time in the meeting, trying to follow what's happening in the town, trying to understand what the rules are, what's being discussed, what the issues are in town, that great investment of time that the citizens make. The role of the chair is to ensure that the meeting is run in a fashion in which it does follow the rules, and the points that were made throughout the entire meeting were brought up that people could not hear. People were requested by members that were participating in the meeting to please speak up, to please use the microphone. And that was routinely ignored, and the meeting became out of control because of it. And there were people on the commission who were talking over people who had the floor. And the only way to correct for that is to bring it up and raise it. And the only way it can be raised when the comments that are being brought forth are ignored is to call point of order. Thank you.
Okay, we'll accept that.
Sally also has her hand up.
Yeah. Go ahead, Sally. Ms. White.
Good evening, Sarah White, 308 East Thompson Road. And it was quite disappointing to miss probably 3/4 of the meeting without being able to hear it. And it looks like there's a mic on that little half moon table in the front there for the speakers, but it appeared that they were standing several feet back, plus the mic is towards the back of the table. So it's perplexing to me that that wasn't remedied along with commission members. And I mean, any of the commission members also could have spoken up to remedy that. But I'm quite grieved that a fellow taxpayer who wasn't questioning the substance of the meeting nor the procedures within the meeting would be slapped down in such a coarse, harsh manner. I mean, she was only trying to be considerate of other people listening and to be able to hear, to be informed. It didn't merit that kind of response, and it would be nice to see a very heartfelt apology offered. This is, we're just small town here and we can work with one another and be kind. Have a good night, folks.
Thank you, Ms. White. Just to make everybody really good about it, I will apologize to Miss Valerie Clark for that comment, but we've been having this problem for a long time, and we're trying to remedy the situation so that the people in Zoom can hear what's going on. And I sat in these meetings in Zoom, yes, that mic is pretty much where I've been placing it on that round table. And in the beginning of this meeting, I did ask any applicant or whatever to please step up within 3 feet of the mic so everybody could hear me. So I did my due diligence in the beginning of the meeting, so this wouldn't happen. I can't control somebody that voice stays lower than mine. I don't know what else to say, but we're trying to remedy the situation here. We just approved it. We're gonna get the owl, and that's it. So this way we won't have this problem anymore. I'm just waiting on to hear from the representative from Owl Labs. will that be sufficient, Ms. Clark?
Am I,
Ms.
am
Clark?
I- am I recognized for the floor?
Yes, I just said, would that, what I just said, well, be willing to accept my apology, but
I appreciate receiving an apology. Thank you for that. I have not had the opportunity to attend a demo of the owl. I think that when it was commented in the chat, that someone should have brought up that people were not standing close enough to the microphone, because it was brought up several times that they weren't. So I think it's also a matter of when the chair makes a statement that these are the rules, that the chair also needs to ensure that the rules are enforced throughout the meeting, that's all. So thank you.
you're welcome, but I can say this much, most of the people that stood up, they walked within it. I can't control them if they decide to start walking backwards, you know, and they're talking at the same time, so. Trying to be courteous to everybody around here, it's been difficult, but, you know, everybody's good at picking on stuff, so, again, I apologize to you. And we are trying to remedy the situation so nobody, you know, everybody, so we don't keep hearing this, that we can't hear. We found a solution. I had a couple demos that the guy come and I can tell you, you can stand 10 feet away from that thing and it'll pick you up. It follows whoever's speaking. You can be speaking in the back of the room or over here, it'll pick you up. That's the best I can tell you. So, is there anything else from the citizens?
Is that your hand back up, Valerie?
Yep, it is. And
Go ahead,
okay.
Say,
Is it okay for me to speak?
yes, go ahead.
Okay. I just wanted to point out that I have been, as you know, Mr. Linky, a very long time supporter of your quest to get the owl, and even without the benefit of having received a demonstration on it myself. I have heard what other commission members and other people who have had demonstrations of it have reported, and I trust that, and I have completely supported purchasing the owl.
And I'm grateful for your support on that, because, like I said, we're trying to create transparency here with the people, and that's what the whole thing is all about. All right, anything else to say before I move on to commissioner comments? Anybody in the chat room, hands up, anything? Okay, commissioner comments, item 15. Any commissioner got something to say? Oh,
Next meeting is October 27th.
what's that? Go ahead, Ray.
We gotta find a way to, look at deeds in our town, because there's a lot of things that's been going on. Properties being split, that's not supposed to be split by the deed. There's another piece of property in town right now for sale by a real estate agent in town, where it says it can't be developed. It's for sale as a developable piece of land. And I want to know, how do I go about contacting the attorney about this? Because I want to find out why this property, why we're not looking at deeds to find out, you know, to follow what's put in for the deeds. And you know, how many pieces of property in the last 10 years have been developed because the deeds aren't being looked at. They should have never been developed, you know. And it's been happening this week. I've been getting phone calls from all kinds of people about it, about a piece of property, and I got the copies of the deeds, and it says that, you know, it's not developable, and the town has the right to use a water source on that, and people have used it over the years during hurricanes and stuff, and, you know, and now these people, they want to sell this property that it's not supposed to be buildable, and it's being sold as a buildable lot. That's wrong, and I'd like to find out about talking to the attorney about that.
I can follow up with the attorney for you on that.
I'll call him myself if it's okay. I actually got a whole bunch of stuff I'd like the attorney to look at.
I'll copy you on it. How's that? Won't be till next week, but I will do that for you.
Can we also add the deeds part to the subcommittee meetings? That might be a
Yeah.
really good topic.
I believe that the answer to this question is going to be that that is not the jurisdiction of planning and zoning. I could be wrong about that, so I am going to follow up with the attorney and I will copy you on that. But I believe that it is not within
It should be
your authority.
somebody's in this town hall jurisdiction to look at that before people are allowed to build.
Well, that would be the assessors,
Building department.
building department, no.
Town clerk.
Legally,
Town clerk.
legally, it is the responsibility of the buyer and the seller to expose what is in, well, the seller to expose what is in the deed, and it's called buyer beware. That is a legal issue. It has nothing to do with zoning, has nothing to do with the assessor's office, and it has nothing to do with the building office. It is buyer beware.
How about buyer beware when somebody buys a house on the side of a pig farm and it complains about the smell?
Buyer
You know,
beware.
it's-
Regardless of the
Correct.
fact that I
Illegal
believe that is the
operation.
answer, I will loop you into a conversation with Attorney Roberts on that so that you can hear
I
it
was
from
just gonna ask
the
you
horse's
if-
mouth.
I think, yes, and I,
Ms. Sarah,
you
I
know,
think
you're
that
gone
is
for
something that
week.
you should ask them, just so we get a better clarification.
Kara's gone for a week. I would like to do this tomorrow.
Could we also make it a condition on things that
No.
were?
No, we can't.
It's a
Can't do that.
legal issue. I don't know.
It's just
how
a
much I
legal
can
issue.
Make you guys, excuse me, I don't know how much more I can say. It's a legal issue. It's up to the attorney to check the records, to check the deed, check building permits. It's up to the attorney. The buyer.
The buyer or the
attorney,
seller,
right.
it's up to them.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
So
Jane.
my question is, Kara, when you reach out to the attorney, what steps can we make sure, what can we do in order to make sure that these deeds are looked at? Because I've also heard that there are properties being sold and the deeds have said, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, but then that is what they are being sold for. So this is wrong.
So the question that I will
It has
pose,
to be corrected. So what steps do we take in order to correct this? I would like that asked to them.
yeah, so the question that I will pose is based on these concerns
Yeah.
that, you know, it's been raised that properties have been discovered to have deed restrictions or easements or whatever, have been represented as buildable. Does the Planning and Zoning Commission have any legal
Yeah.
role in determining,
Or
in
does
looking at that?
Any office, somebody give us some place to
And
turn.
yes,
to.
and if not the Planning and Zoning Commission, who might have the authority? I will ask, those are simple questions that 100% the attorney will be able to answer with clarity. Happy to do that.
That would be the best thing, and it'll- you're gonna end up taking it out of our hands if it's necessary.
I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna reach out to him tomorrow because this needs to be resolved now. Because that's extra work on every single department in this building. And the assessor said that is not their job because I talked to Paul about
Well,
it.
that's why we need a clarification on this because.
It's
when
better to
people
have
property is being
clarification,
sold and they're not-
Cynthia.
Yeah,
Then instead of here, we
Yeah.
dancing with this thing,
Yeah.
okay? And we got no jurisdiction, but if we get a clarification, say, no, it's not our problem, what, done deal. That's how I'm looking at it. Okay, next thing on the agenda, anybody else wants to speak? If not, we're going to number 16. Next meeting, October 27, 2025 at 7 PM at the Thompson Town Hall in the Merrill Snee Room. Number 17.
No,
Sure.
before you go to number 17, that is incorrect. You guys need to get used to the October meeting is always going to be not here because it is always
yeah,
going to be
that's right.
early voting.
Library.
It's a special meeting at the library. Other than that, it is correct.
okay.
Sorry about that. but-
That's okay. I know, you were just
Who
reading what was
printed it?
there.
Okay. The library. Hey, aren't they using the
Come on, Tab.
library? Okay, number 17, adjournment.
I make that motion.
Jane
Do
makes the
adjourn.
motion. And Russ.
Adjourned at
9:24.
9:24.
9:24, thank you.